Wow, what a weekend of boxing. Shane McGuigan called it the best heavyweight fight he's ever seen live, and a great undercard as well, with Riley in action, securing a comprehensive points win over Lawal, and Ben Whittaker at it again, more showboating. However, when the opponent is better, looked a little bit more vulnerable, got caught with a few uppercuts, and obviously didn't get the knockout, got a very dicey, well, not dicey, it was a knockdown, but like his gloves just kind of scraped the canvas. So obviously an official knockdown, but not really he was hurt knockdown. I mean, I think my first thoughts are humongous credit to both Clarke and Wardley. You know, real warriors, real fighters, real gladiators. I think in the end, a draw is probably a fair result. I think Clarke deserves a lot of credit for, getting up off the canvas and, continuing. And, Wardley doing better against a guy with more amateur experience, dropping Clarke, and look how bruised his face was at the end of the fight, and he just kept going. He would have had blood in his mouth, couldn't breathe, but he just kept going. What a warrior, what a fighter. And it was nice to see, a new face on the undercard in Leon Willings. Showed some potential. Obviously lost to Ben Whittaker, but, he looked pretty decent. Good head movement, countered Whittaker a bit, and Vidal Riley beat Lawal comprehensively. He got a bit of criticism, but I think people just don't like when boxers box because it's not that entertaining. But, he outfought a power puncher, moved, kept him at range, jabbed him. So I think a good night's work. Maybe he would have wanted a knockdown or to hurt him a bit more. But, if you win like pretty much every round comprehensively, you can't be that upset, can you really? And it looks like hopefully Vidal will either be fighting Chamberlain or if Chamberlain fights Chev Clarke, the winner of Clarke versus Chamberlain. I mean, back to Fraser Clarke. What a heavyweight, contest. I think obviously it was one of those fights that could have gone either way. Obviously, not being a boxing professional myself, I'm not really going to say what I scored it because it doesn't matter. But George Groves, former world champion, I think he said he had an equal coming up to the 12th round, which he gave to Wardley. So he had Wardley winning by 1 round. I think it kind of depends on what sort of boxing you like. Like the amateur people with more of an amateur background probably would have preferred Clarke's work, whereas maybe slightly more casual boxing fans would have preferred Wardley. So, you probably cases for either winning. I guess with the knockdown, maybe Wardley will feel harder done by, but yeah, what a great test of strength for both the lads and a very exciting night of boxing. And for Shane McGuigan to say one of the best, heavyweight title fights he's ever seen live, because they both just properly slugged it out, man. Like lots of punches, just standing there. You could really feel them hitting as well. And I think for me, it gave him more of an admiration for what Usyk is doing. Like the fact that as a heavyweight, he's carrying all that weight and he's still able to move like that. All that head movement, all that movement, like it gives me a lot more admiration for what Usyk's doing as well. And then we saw Adam Aziz and Harlem Eubank face off. I didn't really know who Adam Aziz was, but I was watching the BBC documentary Stable, which I think I'll do a different video of giving it a review. And yeah, Adam Aziz does it really good. Like he was making the guys he was in with, obviously not his level, but he was making them look very amateur. So now I kind of know who Adam Aziz is. I'm a bit of a fan. And Eubank, that name's always going to hold a lot of power. So good to see, a potential fight there. I think I'd like to see Adam Azim versus Dalton Smith. But maybe Dalton Smith would be too soon. Maybe he's going to go in a different direction, but who knows? Yeah, so all in all, I just wanted to give a quick review and say, like, what a great night of boxing this was. And it's nice to see it on British soil as well. Obviously, with so much being in Saudi now, it's good to remember that, there is still good fights happening on British soil. And this is probably the best British title fight since Joshua versus White. I mean, could Clarke or Wardley, are they ready to get in there with any of the big boys right now? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Joshua, Fury and Usyk, they're all getting a bit older. They're all obviously heavyweights can go on for ages, but they're on, the older side, really towards the end of their career. So, there's got to be a few new heavyweights taking their place. For me, I'm a big fan of Daniel Dubois. I can definitely see him, going up there. Maybe you throw him in with one of these guys. Is a rematch the correct move? Obviously, it was a draw, so you'd think a rematch would be the correct move. But I don't know, like, they both took a lot of damage in that fight. I think they'll want some time to rest and recover. And I don't know if you want to go back to that immediately. Like, honestly, I think they should go in different directions, like fight some different guys, maybe get a few more wins, different belts. And I think it would be more exciting if you came back to it in like a year, like let them both build up a bit and then come back for the rematch. I think that would be pretty exciting, personally. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. with our Riley versus Isaac Chamberlain. Who wins? I think, you know, it's fairly clear they're on a pretty similar level. You know, they're both taken care of for a while. Obviously, Chamberlain has more experience, you know, being in there with Coley, Willem Smith. So you'd probably give him the edge, but, you know, Riley's undefeated, has more of that mental strength. So yeah, I think that's an interesting one. So yeah, that was just a quick review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.